Hey, good morning, some people, good afternoon. And thank you guys for hopping on. It's Tara Wilson here coming at you with some mindset moments. And today I want to talk about how serious are you about your success? Now, as we know, I believe that the same thing that can help you be successful in one area, you can translate those same mindsets, habits, disciplines into other areas and have success other places. For example, health and success, or success in health, right? Fitness, or working out, or losing weight, or maybe getting ready for a competition, or just overall energy levels, whatever it is, can be applied to health. This is awesome. As soon as I started doing this, my landscaping is outside. Is that loud? Anyway, but today I'm going to talk about business success. And if you don't know me, I've been in network marketing now for over 12 years. I've had a lot of success. I've had a lot of fun. I've met a lot of people. I've had a lot of lessons. And I read, if you guys want to go back and read it, I just posted something on Facebook about, who wants to be a billionaire. Everyone wants to be a billionaire. No one wants to put in the work, right? I can see everyone's names, but if you guys want to drop in your name and where you're dialing in from, or I guess tuning in from, whether it's now or in the future as a replay, let me know. I like to hear where you guys are from. So everyone wants to be rich and nobody wants to put in the work, right? Everybody wants success. Everybody wants freedom. Everybody wants a perfect body. Everyone wants a perfect relationship. Everyone wants to be debt free. Everyone wants to travel the world. But why do only a select few do it, right? Well, number one, hey, Robert. Hey, Mr. Addy, one of my very first mentors in my first company. Still a great superstar today. But the bottom line is you're going to have to do work. And I think that scares most people. And the post I put today was Elon Musk's ex-wife, I think it was ex-wife, and she talked about what she watched him go through and how crazy his life was. And basically, you've got to be bulletproof. You've got to have great ideas. You've got to be a master at one or two things and marry ideas. It was really great. So if you guys want to read my Facebook post from earlier, it really got me thinking this morning. So how serious are you? Let's talk about network marketing. I mean, this could be applied to real estate, mortgage, insurance, financials, car salesman. Oh, I read an article last night. Oh gosh, it was actually in Rob Sperry's book, The Game of Networking. I was reading through that. Where did the book go? I'm always surrounded by books. So you want to know where I got my education? This is one of the very first books I ever read that changed my life. Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. But where'd it go? Well, here it is. So I was looking and I was reading a few chapters in this. Rob, I'll tag you later. But he basically is talking about a guy who sold more cars than anyone in the entire United States, like a world record or something. And it basically, he really just got to know people. He did his job, and he got to know people. He took a genuine interest in people. He followed up with them, and he asked for referrals. But let me talk about network marketing today. So first of all, my question to you is, hey, Marcy, hey, Laura Lee, have you made a decision that you're actually starting a business? Because one thing I like to do is, yes, I've been in the journey for 12 years. I've had success. It probably looks like it comes easier today. It probably comes a little easier, but I'll tell you that I put in the hard freaking work all along, and I still work my business every day. I didn't say all day, but I do every day. I touch my business. But I made a solid decision from the start. So I like to take myself back to where I was 12 years ago when I was cold, frightened, and lonely at my first meeting of all these ideas, but I had fear, just like some of you might. Let me hear, drop a one below if you've actually been scared to call somebody, scared to show up at a meeting, scared you're going to get rejected, scared to get ridiculed, scared that someone's going to say no or say yes and quit on you, scared that you're going to fail, scared that people are going to laugh at you. Well, guess what? It's all going to happen. I'm here to tell you it's all going to happen. But look, I love to tell about it. But if starting a business is different. No one had to tell me to go to look up the website. I figured if I'm going to sell this product, I better learn about it. Little things like that. So if you made a solid business or you're starting a business, Have you worked with your calendar and your family to make time for your new business? This isn't a whatever time business. I made a solid commitment. My husband quit basketball, and I said at least 2 nights a week, I'm going to be working on this. I also turned off my television for 6 years. I probably watched less than 5 hours of TV a year for my first 6 years. Maybe when I was sick, or I would watch like a Super Bowl, or maybe my sports team or whatever, every once in a while. I stopped watching shows. But are you willing to take risks? Are you willing to make mistakes? Are you willing to learn? Are you willing to make an investment of time and money into you? And great news is there was no YouTube 12 years ago. There was no YouTube. There was no Facebook. There was no smartphones. So everything that is at the tip of your fingers today, so many free resources, so many great mentors on YouTube, and there's so many great PDFs online. You could probably get a $1 million education for free now. But are you willing to make sacrifices? Are you willing to make the self-discipline? Now, I don't want you to think this is a bad thing. My life is amazing. Was it a little hard at first? Yes, because I was working full-time with 2 small kids, and my husband was working full-time. So adding on a business on top of 2 full-time jobs and babies, a baby and a 7-year-old, that was a little bit pushy. Like that was a little bit, that was a little bit hard. And it did get harder, but then within 6 months of starting, 6.5 months from my first company, I was able to quit my job. 2 months after that, I replaced a 6-figure income. 7 months after that, I tripled a 6-figure income and made $314,000 in my first full year of network marketing. Why? All the things I'm going to tell you today, I did. I watched every video that was possibly there. I read every single word on the website. I printed out the compensation plan. I went far beyond just the company's website about the specific product. It's, it's very cool. It was a health product. And I started Googling, and I started researching about everything about this. What it does in the body, what they say it's going to do in the body. What does that mean for long-term health, short-term health? I gave myself an education. They say 12 books on any topic gives yourself the equivalent of a degree. Well, I definitely have a degree in network marketing because I have read way more than 12 books. These are just some of them here because I was showing someone yesterday. All these books on network marketing, on mindset. I'm actually in this book. I mean, you name it. These are just a few. And I've got my library above me, as you guys can see right up there. Where the camera's opposite. So I've also read nutrition books because I'm in health and wellness. I've also read leadership books. I've read mindset books. I've given myself probably 5 degrees in the last 12 years on many different topics. So you can't just do a little bit and expect massive success. I've had massive success. I would consider myself massive. I've made almost $1 million in a year. This is going to be my first $1 million year. I'm going to. I've already put it out in the universe. Every day I think about that. And not because I care about the money so much, is that I want to have the team that has the customer base, that has the helping people, that makes that. It's just a fun little goal. It's not because I care about the million, because it's not much more than the 800,000 I made last year. It is more about the goal, having goals, having plans, having dreams, right? So are you showing up on every call? Do you have samples of your product? Obviously, if you're a technology, you might not. Do you know how to answer questions? These are things you can learn. You have to have tools in your tool belt. What is the first thing that you should show someone? What's the second thing you should show someone? What if they ask this question? What is this resource? You have to be prepared. Now, the good thing in network marketing is there's a lot of people in your upline that already are prepared. Right? It's like if you become a real estate agent, there's a broker there. The broker can help you. Oh, you already did go to school. Remember, realtors go to school. They learn about real estate because I actually went to real estate school. You have a book this thick. Why don't we go to school? Well, I did. You have to go to network marketing school. Don't think you're going to come into a profession, do a little bit of work, get lucky, and make $1 million a year. It's not going to happen. I have never met anyone that is a top earner that didn't say they worked their tail off to get there. So have you read everything on your company website? What current promos is your company running? What incentive trips can you win? I've never not won a trip, by the way. In all of my years in network marketing, every trip that's ever been dangled in front of my face in 12 years, I have won 100% of them. Why? Because I like to travel for free. And I like to go and I like to mingle with my team and the other people that are working hard. And I like to share ideas. I like to give ideas. I like to have fun. I like to get to know people I'm working with. So are you networking on purpose? Are you meeting people every day? I have to give Todd Falcone a huge shout out. He's so gracious and did an amazing call for my team about 3 weeks ago. And he talks about one of the best tips he gave me is when, I don't have my phone, here it is. On the notes section of your phone, in every contact, he makes notes about everybody, who they are, do they have kids, are they married, where they live, what they like, and he remembers people. And he adds 5 people every day. And he has 5 quality conversations and he keeps up with these people. And you know what? He's made millions and millions of dollars in network marketing. Good tip, Todd, thank you. But are you networking on purpose? It's not about, your network marketing isn't just about who's in your current network that might or might not say no. Holy cow, if that were the case, I would have quit before I started. My entire family who was willing and able to say yes in my first company was already in, and all of my friends said no. It actually took 10 years for one of my very best friends to join me, and she joined me 2 years ago, and now she's a 6-figure earner in my company. But she didn't say yes 10 years ago or 12 years ago. She said yes 2 years ago. What if I had quit? What would she be doing right now, right? Think about that. Everything you do matters. Keep, no one ever goes off my list. They just stay on the bottom of my list. I keep going because you never know when someone's life's going to change. You never know when their circumstances or their financials or their desires, or they might get on a health kick and decide to sell a health product, or they might be on a fitness kick and decide to sell fitness, or they might lose weight and decide to sell weight, or they might have a beautiful transformation to start to sell jewelry, or they might have had acne and now decide to sell skincare, or they might have saved money on a bill and decide to sell telephone. It's all, doesn't matter what you do. It's all the same principles. Are you asking people for referrals? Let me ask you, are you cowering away from your family and friends, or are you proud of what you do? I am so proud of what I do. None of my friends or family don't know what I do. I'm a wellness entrepreneur. I have a global wellness business, and everybody knows that. And if they should need something that in my tool belt, my product selection, then they'll probably buy from me. Some do, some don't. It's okay. So are you excited though? If you're afraid to call your mom and tell her you started a business, then we need to work on that, right? You should be proud if you open a gym or a restaurant or a Subway franchise or a McDonald's or a boutique. Would you be proud? Yes. This is the same thing. Just because you don't have a big building and you didn't invest $100,000 into it, don't think you can't have it better. I make a lot more than a lot of my friends who have probably invested $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 in businesses. Why? Because I took my business seriously. That's the topic today. Take it seriously. Are you enrolling customers? I can honestly say in 12 years, which is now what, 144, this is my 145th month in network marketing, that I could probably say that I have less than 2 months that I have a goose egg, meaning I didn't enroll a single person. I can't even remember, but I'm just gonna guess it probably happened once or twice, maybe when my mom was passing or during Christmas or something like that. But I enroll people every single month. I enroll distributors and customers every single month. Why? Because I'm still working my business every single day. Are you enrolling distributors? Are you teaching them? Are you plugged in? Are you continually learning? Are you continually growing? We all have time, guys. We all have time. You have breaks. You have driving time if you're commuting. You have time when your kids go to bed. You can get up early. We all have time. You can listen to audios while you're eating lunch in the lunchroom by yourself. You can listen to that instead of the morning show or music on the way to work. You can listen to while you're working out or walking. You can do it while, if you're a stay-at-home mom, you can listen to stuff while you're folding the laundry. My new thing is audiobooks and hiking or walking, which is getting a little hot there for. But it's like, why listen to music when I can listen to something that's going to change my mindset, grow my skill, grow my value, grow my mind, right? So do you know what makes your product or service unique in the marketplace? If not, ask somebody. Talk to people in your company that are having success. Follow what they do. Who are your greatest power partners? Who are people that you guys could refer each other, right? So if you're in weight loss, for example, you might want to get to know personal trainers. Or if you have makeup, you might want to get to know salon owners. Maybe they'll let you come in and do makeovers on a Saturday or prom or something. You got to start thinking like a business owner. You got to start thinking like a multi-million-dollar business owner. If this was your company, if you got into your company and you were the only person in your company, what would you do to get it started? That's the mindset that you have to go to the top. Because when I get into a company and everyone's like, oh, you got to be in early. I got into my company was 6.5 years old, and I would say I'm probably in the top 15 earners in the company. I don't know, top 15, 20, I don't know. But that's, even if it's top 25, that's pretty darn good. I've been here for 10 years. I've been here for 3.5 years. So it's hogwash. It does not matter about when you get in. There's no such thing as good timing. It's what you do with your business from you down. It's your mindset. It's your attitude. It's your actions. It's your self-discipline. It's your sacrifice. It's your big vision. It's your big work. It's the way you teach people, the way you grow. That is going to make the biggest difference in your legacy. You have to build your legacy. So show up on every call. Be the first to register for the events. Watch every video you can. Read all the FAQs so that you're prepared when people ask. The most frequently asked questions is probably one of the top 5 things I tell people to read right away. That might be a good place to start. Have samples. You don't have to be garage qualified. I have a few of each of them that I just have on hand. If people say, oh, I want to try it, great. And I'll turn right there. Know where your websites are. Have your websites. Know where everything can be found. Know your system. Know your tools. Register for your next event and show up at events. I have never, not once ever, missed a national event in 12 years. And I've had some great freaking reasons to, like deaths, like weddings, like just had a child and traveled with a 2-week-old by myself from California to Florida to go to a national convention 9 years ago, or 10 years ago now. So seek mentors, watch mentor, become a mentor. Read or watch or listen to something every day. Start with one book. Then when you finish it, do another, get it on Kindle, get it on, I like the books because I like to highlight the snot out of books. So I'm a book person. But raise your standards, raise your efforts, raise your posture. Everyone who talks to me knows that I am not dabbling in my business. Everyone knows that I am serious. I love what I do. I'm passionate what I do. I love doing it every day. I love helping people get in as customers. I love helping people become distributors. I love helping to grow my team. I love traveling the world. None of anything that I do is something I dread. The only thing I don't like is drama. And I try to get, that's why I've gone through many leadership courses with John Maxwell and Tony Robbins to learn how to, get through drama without letting it tear me down or getting caught up in it, right? Having higher level leadership, and that's stuff that you can learn. But stay positive. We're in a world of negative people. Stay positive, and you know what? Don't worry about what other people think of you. I promise you they're not thinking about you as much as you think they are, because people are pretty self-centered and they're already thinking about what they're doing. And if someone has that much time to sit and wonder what you're doing or watch what you're doing or criticize what they're doing, all it means is that they're not pursuing their own goals, because I am so busy in my mission, in my passions. I do not care what anyone else is doing that's not in part of what I do. I have a lot of friends and I support them, but in terms of watching people for drama or negativity, hey, nobody got time for that, right? You only have a certain amount of hours, and if someone's spending time scrolling Facebook to watch you, then that's time. If they're not spending, don't be that person. So how many people are you going to talk to today, this week, this month? What are you going to do to raise your standards? What are you going to do to raise your skills? If you take this seriously, this is one of the greatest professions in the world. One of my top leaders and dearest friends, Rachel, she actually lives here in Scottsdale. She got into this industry at 20 years old. She's a college dropout, right? But she makes almost almost $1 million a year. Someone forgot to told her when she was 26 years old that she shouldn't have any influence over people at 26. And she went out and with her first 6 months of working in our company together 8 years ago was making $50,000 a month. Someone forgot to tell her that she was only 26 and she shouldn't be making that kind of money. But no, she put in the work. She took her business very seriously. I could tell you 500 more stories of people who took their business seriously and are now reaping the rewards and turning around to teach others. So I want to ask you one more time, how seriously are you taking your business? Are you a network marketer, or are you just doing network marketing? There's a big difference, and there's a big difference in how that pays. I love this industry. I am seriously so passionate about it, and I believe anyone can go on to have success. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you found this of value, and please share it with anyone who needs it. And I'll see you next time. Have a good day, guys. Let me figure out how to turn the video off. There we go. Ooh. Okay.